Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main topic of the week, and it's what? The homo's intimate relations. In the book of The Spirit of Intimacy, Sobanfu Somé explains that even romantic, I said it right, come on, explains that even romantic relationships are about community and require more than just two people. She spoke on the benefits of having multiple sincere perspectives. This reminded Aaron of a boyfriend he was getting very upset with him for discussing relationship struggles with his best friend. Been there, done that. I know what that's about, Aaron. Aaron feels that that's how abuse starts because they slowly separate you from your community. Do you believe in the positive power of community influence in romantic relationship coupling? Why and why not? In the book, Sobonfu Some said, when you don't have a community of friends and family involved in your relationship, it makes you base all of your intimate expectations on your marriage. And that is really hard. And this is too much to ask of one relationship. Do we agree? Do we agree? Do we agree? Do we agree? I'll read that quote one more time. When we don't have a community of friends and family involved in a relationship, it makes you base all of your intimate expectations on your marriage. And that is really hard. That is too much to ask of one relationship. Wow. The great thing of this, I think, is when I first saw this topic, I thought opposite. So when I first was in a relationship, my first relationship starting out, I was very much telling my business, involved with my family and my friends, involved in everything I was doing. But what happens when you do that is that it tends to cause a wedge and a barrier between you and them, in a sense of that the person you're in a relationship with, the person you're in a relationship with and them. The reason why I say that is because when you're in a relationship, sometimes you go through things. Oh, I can't stand your ass. Get out of my face, right? And then y'all upset, y'all breaking up or whatever. And you're telling grandma, auntie, and cousin, and then tomorrow they call you on the phone and like, you know what, I'm sorry, I messed up, I was drinking, I mean you, I love you, and y'all working it out. But guess what? Mama, auntie, cousin, they still mad. They like, that nigga ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person ain't for you. Like, so to me, when you involve people in your business, that's what happens. But when you involve people in your life that are positive, and it's positively being, like the question saying, positive power of community influence. So not just influence, because I just want to make that very clear. Not everybody influence is good for you. Don't involve everybody in your business, because everybody ain't supposed to be in your business. Mama, daddy, cousin, friend, best friends, twin sister, brother, all don't matter. But when it comes to positive power of community, that's where it's good. It is good to be able to learn. And so now I'm gonna reverse that. Had I had people in my life who were married, who were, be able to give me advice on what it's like to be in a relationship, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Getting advice from people, positive community, people who are, things like that. So when we say positive community, it's more like, think about it that way. Not just getting advice from anybody and everybody, but the positive. I think it's very important. It takes a village to raise a child. You don't think it takes a village to keep us together? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, we go through things, and when you don't have people in your life that can help check you and correct you and get you in line when you're acting up, that's when you have problems. Your family might not do that because they're going to be biased to you. That's my baby. That's my cousin. That's my boo. That's my bro. They're going to be biased. But someone who's in your life who's a positive influence in your life, they're going to be like, hey, pull you by your coattail. I'm like, listen, that ain't right. You don't do that. You don't treat people like that. You don't talk to people like that. You don't treat people like that. So that's the kind of positive community we need. So yes, I think that that's important. But if you're going to be just telling your business it's because you're mad at Ray Ray, don't do it. Because next thing you know, when you and Ray Ray make up, everybody else going to be mad at Ray Ray, and you ain't going to be able to get your relationship on track because everybody's still going to be mad. That's all I'm saying. So Mano, talk to me when it comes to this. What do you think about this?
So I think in general, obviously any kind of positive any kind of positive energy towards your relationship is definitely welcome. Although I don't think it's particularly okay for your community, your family, and your friends to sort of influence, at least directly, your relationship with someone. Because if that were the case, that would mean every young child who came out as gay would pretty much listen to their parents and pretend to be straight their whole lives. You know what I mean? Because I can remember, listen, going back to what you said about, people will always be biased for you. I can remember a time where I've been in a relationship with someone and people in my family will, well, certain people in my family, I should say, won't exactly have the best interest at heart because they still are coming to terms with me being gay. So, yeah,
Mhm.
someone, your community and your family and your friends shouldn't have a direct influence in a relationship because, at least in my experience, more often than not, it tends to be negative influence.
Gotcha.
And
And that's
also,
definitely what you don't need, right?
and also, I mean, if there's someone who's married and they want to give you advice, I guess it's somewhat welcome. They're just trying to help you out and whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like it most often than not, it tends to be negative, and I've rarely seen it ever really been a positive aspect to my life because if I were to listen to the, I guess, quote unquote positive influence from my family, certain family members, I wouldn't be me, because I've had people in my life tell me, you shouldn't be this, you should hide certain aspects of yourself or
Mm-hmm.
do certain things that you like less. And that just wasn't me. And it also hindered a lot of my relationships in the past. So, yeah,
Definitely.
certain communities and your family shouldn't have a direct influence on your relationship. It's really at a point where you're like, you really should fuck off because this is someone I'm trying to pursue a life with.
He said, okay, and did. Talk about it. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Mano. So, Rocky Rock from the Chicago author, talk to me. Do you believe in the positive power of community influence in romantic relationship coupling? Talk to me.
So, oh wait. Maybe this is the reason why I'm not in a relationship no more.
Don't do
um,
that.
so, no, because it was some stuff that you guys was talking about, and I feel like it kind of resonated with me. Because like when I do go through things, and I can be a ticking time bomb. A lot of people may not know that I can be a ticking time bomb because I feel like I've been through enough crap as it is. So, sometimes, I feel like your friends and family can be a positive, but then sometimes they can give you things from their own perspective. And you have to kind of look at where they at in life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, if they ain't got nobody, they hard to get along with or whatever, you know, and they giving you advice. I guess it comes with like you just can't just get advice from everybody. You got to watch who you get your advice from because sometimes people don't want to see you do well, and if they're not doing well as far as relationships, then they probably wouldn't want you to do well either. Or
Sounds about
I
right.
mean, or you got people that do look for your best interest at heart, but they're going to ride with you rather than try to be middle person. Um,
Right.
just recently taking it personal. A friend of mine that I've been knowing, God, since past 2015, older gay guy. He recently tried to reintroduce me to somebody I already talked to in the past. And we had a talk, and the dude was telling him about his aspect of how he felt like that dating thing went. And me, I'm such a non-nonsense person. I was just like, I'm not gonna waste my time with the BS and all this other stuff because I've already dealt with you before. But he had said something to me, and it was kind of like checking me, but it wasn't. He said it so strongly, but it was in a way where I was just like, okay, maybe I do need to let it up because I can be aggressive. And it's also because you know whoever I'm with, I want to bring them around my family because my family has this certain prestige and certain whatever. So you want your family to like the person you're with. And then sometimes what other people have to say based on who you dated in the past, you don't want to revisit that. And I think I've had that issue many times where I've dated somebody and then it's like somebody has some negative to say and kind of gets to you so bad that it kind of affects your relationship, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also my fault because when I get upset, who do you go to? You go to the people that you feel like give you the most comfort.
Yeah.
So positive influence is good, but then sometimes trying to work it out between you and that person is better.
I mean, ultimately, that's the optimal. The icing on the cake is being able to work it out together. Two mature adults making through it. So, yes, thank you. That was a great way to end this. Come on, this was how the most intimate relations, y'all. So, if you guys are listening and tuning in, please do. I'm gonna read the question one more time for those of you who want to be in tune with what we're saying and what we're doing. In the book of The Spirit of Intimacy, Sobonfu Some explains that even romantic relationships are about community and require more than just the two people in it. She spoke of the benefits of having multiple sincere perspectives. This reminded Aaron of a boyfriend who was getting very upset with him for discussing relationship struggles with his best friend. Come on, friend, you was upset with Aaron. It's his best friend. You got to tell your best friend stuff. Come on, Aaron, shut up. I'm glad you ain't with him no more. Aaron feels that that's how abuse starts because they slowly separate you from your community. Do you believe in the positive power of community influence in romantic relationship coupling? Why and why not? In the book, Sobonfu Some said that when you don't have community of friends and family involved in a relationship, it makes you base all of your intimate expectations on marriage, and that is really hard. And that is too much to ask of one relationship. So, ladies and gentlemen, please let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Follow us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Google it. It's out there. We're out there. We're growing and expanding. We're worldwide. We have international listeners, baby. We're worldwide. So check us out. But before we keep things moving and get on out of here, we need to know what we got in the room one more time and go around and let you know what we got in the room. So before I get to myself, we're going to go to our special guest in the building. Mano, talk to the people. Let them know where to find you in case they're trying to say, who's that little cute guy up there who's a merman? And they want to find you. Let them know, where to find you and talk to you.
You can find me on TikTok as Kuma Blue. That is KUMA_ the color blue. And you can find me on Instagram as the Bara Prince Kuma Blue.
Booyah, just like that. Bam. Okay, cool. And of course, my co-host, our new co-host, Rock, talk to the people. Let them know what find you.
So you can go on Instagrams in these streets. Rocky, the Chicago author. You can look me up on Amazon, Kindle, and Apple Books for all my books. I'm gonna give y'all my real name, Marlon Stovall. Okay, stage name is Rocky, but Marlon Stovall. That's how y'all. Cause I need y'all to buy my books in these streets.
Yeah, absolutely. I
need y'all, and I'm in the midst of trying to see if I'm going to continue doing this show and stuff. It's slowed down because of the coronavirus in these streets and whatnot. And then I'm doing some talking about probably trying to get an EP together. Maybe
let's get the music out.
So
let's go.
I'm gonna put that in the atmosphere because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. You gotta start with words of power, and it starts with that. Speaking things into existence. SIIE, I call it like this. SIIE, baby. Speaking to existence. And that's how you make it happen. And I'm at Troy Week's Music on everything. My birthday tomorrow. The Homos Talk Show right here on Verse TV. If you guys know who I am, of course, I'm Troy Week's Music. I'm here.
Oh, y'all know who I be.
Hello there, my name is Emanuel, and I am the Astoria Merman.
Y'all already know I'm representing Harlem, but I live in the Bronx now, y'all. I'm in my new place today.
As the name implies, I am from Queens, Astoria.
Y'all know it's Rocky, the Chicago author in this bitch.
Where? What? Right here on Verse TV.